Greetings and bienvenue, my ghoulish devotees. Tonight we shall indulge you, our honored guests. By popular demand, we have clawed and scraped the depths of our imagination, the limits of our curiosity, to formulate a being in our neon-soaked void that we call Ghost, to deliver unto you our spectacular reimagining of the pitiful poltergeist of package and parcel. And it's with skeletal favor and bony might that we give to you. Speth? What are you doing? Research. Alright, then get your bonies behind to the next. We've got a ghost to reimagine.
Alright, I do want to flesh out the last one we did. I have some ideas for a few more animations, like 2.
You can do that on your own time. We have a quota to reach.
Fine, I'll do it at my leisure, I guess.
Good. Now, we are on to our next ghost. The Box Ghost.
Box Ghost, huh? Well, he might be arguably the mascot of the show. He's sort of like the Slimer for this franchise.
He's our comic relief ghost. But after doing some research myself, I'm putting a line in the sand right now. We are designing ghosts. Earlier seasons, they were specifically human souls. Then later along the line, the design sensibilities made monsters.
Didn't seem like he liked the fact that the ghost zone sort of functions like a purgatory.
Why? Ghosts are souls with unfinished business. But anyway, according to Butch, he sees box ghosts as a ghost that likes boxes and dock workers, so he decided to dress up like them.
I mean, it could make sense. I think spirits is more accurate to what Butch Hartman is thinking.
Are you defending this ridiculous retcon?
No, not necessarily, but instead of going the JJK route, we could go the Bleach route.
How so?
It's not even for me now. Hollows and Arankas were formerly human. By order to go up the ranks, they had to sort of metamorphosize into what they are. But the point is that they were originally like living souls. Or we could come back to it later.
So far as I can tell, they were all once human. So I do not care.
That's gonna make us lean more darker in our designs. That's what the people want.
Good. Now, according to Butch's 10 years later project, he seems to have envisioned our Oxy friend as a much more darker, much more serious tone. He also seemed to have wanted to give him the same gimmick as Lunch Lady and Techless. Basically, transform into an avatar of what his haunt is. However, he later settled down on picking a much more menacing figure for the Box Ghost. Funny enough, we already have a more serious version of the Box Ghost in the Ultimate Enemy special, but I chalk that more to becoming a family man and having to raise a kid.
Wait, they can procreate. How would they even? I mean,
I'm also pretty sure, be it budget or time constraints, we never actually see the future Mrs. Lady, Lunchbox Ghost Lady. We could chalk that to Dan being very effective in those 10 years. Focus. On to the basics. I don't agree with the man on everything, but I do like his approach to making the boxes a little bit more menacing. Plus, Boxy looks a little bit deceased already.
He does look drowned, oddly enough.
So right, we're gonna go as dark as we can.
I kind of feel like that might remove some of his charm, but it would make an interesting test to tackle.
Good. Now hop to it and deliver me my Boxy boy. So what have you brought me?
Dock worker said.
Huh?
So Box Ghost looks like he's a dock worker. I think that might have been his occupation. Come to think of it, how many souls got sent to the ghost zone and then choose to stick with their occupation that they like devoted their whole lives to, and now that they're alive, why don't they change? It's like they're stuck.
Oh, so they're in job?
Yeah, like Lunch Lady, Walker.
Focus.
Sorry. Right, I got distracted.
Good.
So right, the first goal was dock workers. Without breaking the character too much, I tried to stick with the same palette, you know, because he looks like he's brown. The idea was to aim for somewhere around early 1930s America. So I used a few comedians of early Hollywood and the redesign team. I also looked up what a 1930s dock worker's outfit would look like.
Excellent. Similar, yet different.
So A is more of a smiley, goofy character. With How I Dream, he does end up looking like a Family Guy character. But his face is based off of Sid Caesar from your show of shows. B, because I was trying to go for a much more villainous look, and for some reason the Yes Man from The Simpsons, which is based off Frank Nelson, sort of stuck in my head a lot. Anyway, C, my approach was to go much more simple, and Brian Posehn has a very box ghosty energy. Let's put it like that. D was my interpretation of Butch's 10 years later design. Say what you want about the guy, but the design does fit what we are going for right now. E, I went for a much more trashman look, and I based his face off Jonathan Winter for Mork and Mindy. F is just the standard new classic that we always do. I just tweaked a few things and then gave him a 5 o'clock shadow. H leaned more to the Dick Dastardly style of character, and I based his look of Harvey Korman from Blazing Saddles. And finally, G. G was me basically taking Joe Pesci's character from Home Alone, because the manic energy sort of speaks to me. So what do you think?
I partially want P, honestly. What of you?
To be honest, I kind of like all of them. I mean, they're technically like the same guy, so they're not changing too much, right?
That's what the polls are there for, my friend. The winners are D, F, G, H.
Oh, neat.
And I've highlighted a few comments that really stand out. The body of C with the outfit and face of F with the personality of G.
That is an interesting combination.
You should. A lot of people like that combination. I'm thinking H sticking to the roots, but adding a little costume difference. Or D, which has some spice of using different touches of design. H because it gives a 1930s feel to his design. F. I like F. It's the feel. F feels natural, like that is Box Ghost.
Boy, that shadow is doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Anyway, so... Oh, that's interesting.
What's that?
Oh, nothing. It's just... Alright, take care and repackage these winners and deliver me a pristine product to praise our parcel poltergeist.
Roger.
That's an interesting take. Boss?
What are you looking at?
Oh, nothing, just doing some research.
Hey. Right. Now that we have our bases, I just need to develop them a little bit more.
Oh.
So I resized a few of them and pushed a few proportions. I also made options for facial haircuts depending on how he looks and changing the whole vibe of the character.
Crossing your X's and dotting your J's, are we?
You never know, sir.
We'll see.
Scruffy, leaning more on the most scammy aspects of the character. We are trying to depict a character who's trying to score.
Interesting.
Grimy, I doubled down on his feral nature and then tweaked his posture a little so he has a hunched look.
Mr. Hartman's very
Dastardly. Our friend here got a size increase, and I was aiming for a lovable oaf, similar to Obelix, but not quite that lovable yet.
You really took that 1930s comment to heart.
I kept boosting the wackiness and leaned more to Joe Pesci's character in Home Alone. You know, with the facial hair, he does look like a Crowley from Supernatural.
That is an odd pick, actually.
Now that I think of it, it seems at this stage, a lot of the designs and references were bleeding across each other.
No, I cannot see it. My picks would be A, B, B, C, D, and D. And go either way, of course.
Right.
Polls, the winners. Our winners are A, B, C, and D.
Oh, okay, great.
Well, we do have some interesting comments. Here's one. A feels conniving, B feels like a teenager, C feels like a factory worker turned crook, and D resembles
the show's design the most. That's hardly right. See will do the job. They actually plan the end hilariously, like Doofenshmirtz. Tom's evil laugh before getting smacked and making Tom and Jerry screams. Comedy gold? Oh, comedy is the point of the character. But we're aiming for dark currently. We could do a black comedy, sir. He's African. No, a dark comedy. He can be funny and sad. It all depends on our execution. Oh, Brad. If we're keeping the oh, this is interesting. If you keep making the show more mature, intimidating, I'd say B fits perfect. If it's closer to the show's original vibe, then A fits the best. Alrighty, I believe we have all the detail we need, so I needed to go straight to production pronto, barring any life-changing event. Don't usually go like 3 rounds of concept design? Oh yeah, about that. Box Ghosts!
Beware! I am the Box Ghost! I have power over all containers, cardboard, and square!
Okay, can we get this over with? I've got a test to study for.
Study? There will be no time to study when you find yourself crushed beneath the forgotten possessions of Elliot Kravitz of Arlington Heights, Illinois!
I don't have time for this. Hey, Tucker. And good night, everybody.
I'm the Box Ghost!
You cannot hold me within the confines of a cylindrical
container!
Perimeter secure.
Perimeter secure? What are you, a Navy SEAL?
First off, I would like to thank EctoSpaceCadet for the sound design and Sixth for his backgrounds. As you just witnessed, this is our vision for our box ghosts. We try to keep the same energy while making him feel a little bit more dangerous, hence the new red ectoplasm. We didn't change his powers much. They're sort of the same because we firmly believe in the right context, they are broken. It's not just boxes, I'm thinking like crates, containers, step brother, rooms, buildings. But in all fairness, if he wasn't such a box, he would be a menace, as seen with his mastery of Pandora's box. I am still trying to get like a handle of FX animation, but I am very proud that I was able to translate my illustration into like a moving effects animation. Well, mostly. There is room for improvement after all. Indeed. Oh, specs. I believe they are wondering about the new feature. So doing poll calculation, I noticed, Sarah noticed something odd. Some of you kept on floating the idea of a packing crew. It was a marvelous idea. The visual aids did feel like a Team Fortress 2 a team of box ghosts. However, due to it being a scale issue on my part, I thought it'd be tedious and almost improbable for us to split the box ghosts up into a group. But the idea of a packing crew would give us more of our boxy friend to love. And like Karibos and Pikachus, more aids was nice. But we wanted it to be doable in the time frame that we were allotted. Through laziness and a bit of necessity, we birthed what you see today. The chosen designs were selected and used for our new packing crew. But as to how they inhabit one body, now mind you, Dan Phantom has many ghost fusions, so we could have gone the route of making him a fusion. It did feel a little boring to have a fusion monster that required its materials to be already on the field. No, I wanted a fusion that was made from monsters on the hand and deck. I did like the direction, but I believe it should have been more of an XC situation where his trouble sort of stacked on him to make him what he is right now. All souls sent to the cold zone at the same time in the most traumatic of tributes. One soul that has stacked his trauma until it shattered him. 4 souls stuffed in a box. 4 personalities trapped in a box. The compacted, the fractured psyche,
these are the items we present to you, our most honored guest, to determine the fate of our box companion. We are quite eager to see your decision. Now, can you note that we will not be revisiting this mechanic for other ghosts? The only reason this mechanic existed is because we didn't want to deduct from the box ghost's box ghostiness. We would, however, be coming up with some few origin stories for how some of our fellow companions in the ghost zone got there. So, until next time, au revoir. And the next character is...
Seals, aquatic mammals that bark. They're canines, right?
Wrong. That's 0 for 21.
I'm no teacher, but I'm guessing that's an F.
Half human, half ghost. One of a kind. He'll make a fine addition to my collection.